They seem to be afraid now. That's new age. But the points are there. Whether it was discovered by non-Christians or Christians, the points are there. So let's use it and place those points for a reason, for a purpose. So whether they were discovered by non-Christians, do change. And it's not their fault that they're not Christians then. But so our job is to help them become no Christ. But right now, acupuncture is being used in other countries, especially in China, to do open heart surgery, brain surgery. So it's definitely a safer way of suppressing pain than anesthesia. Sometimes we do surgery and then the patient dies because of the anesthesia. So it's a better way of suppressing pain. And when we have patients with severe cancer, chemotherapy or radiation or all this different therapy, they'll be in pain. And so they're given morphine. But morphine has many side effects. It's addictive. It depresses the respiratory center, so na humihina yung paninga nila, they can really die, and it makes them lose their drive to fight. And pretty soon it doesn't work anymore. So at the last leg of the patient, they're screaming in pain, and the family says, "Oh Lord, please take him." Whereas if you were to know some basic points of acupuncture, when you stimulate those points, the body produces endorphins. These are morphine-like substance that the body produces. And you will never ever develop resistance from it because it's your own body producing it. So it can suppress pain. If it can be used for doing surgery in other countries, yung kaya niyang i-suppress surgical pain, opera brain surgery, open heart surgery, then it can suppress cancer pain. So we do that. So even if the patient is on their last leg, because you know those points, present pain. Okay, so this lecture was given in our hospital before in Subic Bay Medical Center. And what is acupuncture? Acu means point, puncture, point puncture. And it's been around for thousands of years. Accidentally discovered by warriors. Some of them may have some arthritis or some deep problems, and then they'll be hit by a dart or an arrow or a spear, and then they remove the dart. Lo and behold, the pain that they were suffering from improved or disappeared. So they began to do studies and research, and they grouped the different points according to organs. Now there are two ways of looking at it. There's the traditional way, in which case they believe that the body has an electrical field, and the electrical field has a positive and a negative part. We call that yin-yang. The ancient Chinese believe that everything in the universe has two parts, a female part and a male part. So they look at the world like they see hot, cold, dark, light, hard, soft, and they believe that everything in nature has a soft part and a hard part. They also believe that the energy that flows into the body, which they call chi, and the Chinese call it chi, the Japanese call it ki, the Indians call it prana, is the life force. It's an energy field. And the energy has a positive and negative force. Now, if you get disease, it's because something's being blocked. So, ang trabaho ng alternative doctor is to unblock the block or make the electrical field flow. Now, what becomes confusing is that because they look at the world through their yin and yang eyeglasses, and even the spiritual aspect is yin-yang for them. So you see, they only study nature, and they have not the benefit of the Bible or any Christian outlook. So they look at the world through yin and yang eyeglasses. If you stay at that part, in nature there are positive and negative forces, but it's not as simple as that. Now, the Western approach believes that acupuncture points exist, and they have been able to discover more than 2,000 points. In ancient times, there were only 271 points, but new techniques have shown that there are more than 2,000 points on the human body. And if you cut a nerve that supplies that point, kahit anong acupuncture mo, there will be no effect. And if you do acupuncture and the person is pain-free, you inject a drug called naloxone, it does not work. So naloxone is an anti-morphine drug. So that means that it is not a magic thing. There are scientific basis for it. As early as 1997, the American National Institute of Health, the OH nila, no? Showed that acupuncture is scientifically valid after studying thousands of research in the past 20 years. So scientific po siya. It is not magic. In fact, in the martial art, the same point you use for self-defense or the same point you use for healing. Depende sa technique na gagawin. Okay. It can increase the pain relief. It can improve better digestion. Better digestion means better absorption of food and better circulation. It can help control sugar, fat, protein, metabolism. So we have patients na mataas ang cholesterol, mataas ang sugar, acupuncture mo bababa siya. Then, for high blood pressure, heart rate, respiratory rate, so we have patients na inatake sa puso or nahirapan sila huminga because their heart is not pumping adequately. We do acupuncture, immediately malililip siya. Or severe asthma, malililip sila. You may have to repeat a few times, but you can suppress the yung pagsikip ang paghinga. And it's being used for nerve regeneration, for muscular strength, even for better white blood cell and antibody action. So it boosts the immune system. So kasama po sa aming programa when patients comes to us, we not only change their diet, we give them herbs, we do acupuncture as a normal basis. So when they are confined, the patient will come lying down within a few days time will be up and about. It's the acupuncture that jumpstart them, energize sila bigla. Fake yung energy na yun. This is the herbs and the acupuncture. If you remove them, let's say hindi pa sila luto, they're not yet fully recovered. Let's say they stay 1 week. They think they're okay na, they feel so strong. No? We tell them, no, we're just protecting you, but they will go home. After a few days, they'll feel low back. Because it was because they were being protected by the things we're doing. Now, what are the advantages of we use it for nerve regeneration, muscular strength. Normally, when patients have a stroke, so they do physical therapy after 3 months, they think that's it. That will be as much improvement as you will ever get. That's from the physical therapy and the physiatrist point of view, mga doctor that do physical therapy. But when they do acupuncture, it can actually stimulate nerve regeneration. Even if it's been 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, meron pang chance to stimulate it. So, let's say the patient has been doing physical therapy for example, Bell's palsy. No? Bell's palsy, you get a paralysis of the face like this. In medicine, they say it will take you 3 to 5 months for that to improve. With acupuncture, 1 week. With acupuncture, you get result in that span of time. So, why? Because the normal medical treatment is you do electrical stimulation of the muscle or the nerve. No? Yung meron pong pad na stick mo and then there's electrical movement. But when you do, but it's only the upper part of the skin. When you do acupuncture, you go directly to the nerve. So you stimulate the nerve, then you do electrical stimulation of that exact nerve. Also, when the patient has had a stroke, you may just do treatments on the weakened part. Pero you did not stimulate the brain where the problem is in the first place. So, mabagal. No? But if we were to do acupuncture, we'll stimulate that area, but we'll also stimulate here. Kasi we can put needles here. And we just stimulate the area. So you get faster result because you're doing something on the control system that has been affected. Kasi it's like the light is blinking, and something is busted. If you keep trying to treat the light when the switch has been turned off, it's not going to work. So that's what you do when you do physical therapy. You should not only be treating the weakened area, but the cause of the problem. Okay, so ang advantages niya, simple lang siya. No? That's why we are willing to teach it to layman. Kasi in China, usually the head of the family, they know where the points are. Headache. Where is the headache? Ito, ba? You know that? But sometimes you push here. These are acupuncture point. Or here. It's like your hand is telling you where to rub it. Stomach. Hmm? So your instinct will tell you where you're supposed to press. So economical, syempre, this is your finger ng gagamitin. Diba? There is a text in the Bible that says, they shall lay their hands upon the sick, they shall recover. Maybe some of them are doing like this, you know, but I think it takes more skill and more effort to do some pressure points. Diba? Okay, easy to understand. Okay. There are points in the body that send signals to the brain every 15 minutes. Yung po yung acupuncture points. When you press on that point, sasabihin ng brain, well, they're supposed to send a signal to me every 15 minutes. Why is it signaling me now? There must be something wrong. So the brain will now send a signal to the area that is involved. So it's actually a signaling mechanism. Imagine 2,000 points every 15 minutes telling the brain, I'm okay, I'm okay. It's like a camp where there are sentries, no? That they say, hey, I'm okay, we're here, everything's clear. But what happens when there's no signal? Or there's a signal there, an alarm from that point. Then you send soldiers to see what is wrong. That is basically what an acupuncture point is. And as I said, it's used in 90% of surgery in China. As early as 1978 alone, 80,000 cases used acupuncture as anesthesia, including brain surgery, open heart surgery. Imagine, diba? Acupuncture, the patient is awake, he can sip tea, after surgery he can walk back to his room. Yeah. So yun ang, it encourages lifestyle changes and preventing and discourages the use of drugs. If I can do acupuncture to lower your blood pressure, I would not need to keep giving you a medication that you have to take for the rest of your life that will damage your kidneys and even cause a heart attack. Those are the side effects of blood pressure medication. If I were to do acupuncture on your pancreatic area, then your body will start producing insulin and we can utilize the sugar so that the sugar will be controlled. No need for maintenance. So the Department of Health accepts certain disease as applicable for undergoing acupuncture. But in China, you can use it for anything, from A to Z. When you stimulate the nerve will stimulate the organ that is involved. So pwede mong timplahin. You can modulate the human body. Okay. So, as I said, acupuncture meridians are electrical conductors carrying the injury message to the brain and it responds with the appropriate level of healing current to the troubled area. This is from a book, Body Electric, by Dr. Robert Becker. Dr. Robert Becker was an orthopedic surgeon and researcher, and the Department of Defense asked him to do research on acupuncture. They said to him, we know it works, we don't know why. So he started to do research. And they developed machines that can detect the exact point, and the point lights up and shows where the acupuncture area is. So he was one of those who proved that acupuncture is not just a traditional thing or hocus-pocus thing, but it has a scientific basis. And as I said, every 15 minutes there's a signal that comes from that point that is part of what we call the circadian or the 24-hour rhythm. So may body clock tayo. Meron tayong rhythm in our body and each organ has a time when it's supposed to work or not. Okay? As I said, there's a time for everything. No? Okay, so how do you stimulate? The point, you can stimulate with pressure. Right? You can stimulate with needles, and that's called acupuncture. Thorns, that's called tubopuncture. Yung bonggabilya, yung tinik ng rose, they stick it on the acupuncture points and they even leave that thorn right there. So as long as it's there, it's stimulating the point. Tubopuncture ang tawag na. You can stimulate by electrical current, so we call it the electrical stimulator. It's like the pads that the physical therapists would use. Yung mga takot sa needle, so it's like a small pad and you have a machine, you control it, may signal siya, and then it's a positive, negative, then you put it on the arm or the legs that you want to stimulate and it helps. You can suppress the pain for 8 hours, nakakabit yun, if need be. So all you need to know is where the point you're supposed to apply it on. You can also use magnets and lasers. So I remember we had these small magnets that we get, and you can put it on the point to suppress appetite for those who want to lose weight. No? Or for those who want to gain weight, there's a point here. Or for those with high blood pressure, there's this point here. You put it there, you press on it. Dito sa groove, dito sa weight, dito. You press on that. See, you can play around with the human body. Huh? Okay, so if you use pressure or anything to stimulate the flow of energy, you will then stimulate the organ or regions that is affected. So when you have a machine that detects the current, so if this is the normal skin, yung point nila, mas powerful yung kuryente kumpara sa surrounding area. So there's a machine, you say, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to bring the machine. You say, so you hit, you see the points. And you can stimulate it, as I said, by laser. So you can get in this laser, no? So example, halimbawa, masakit ang ulo mo. Or masakit ka saan? So you're already doing treatment. Okay, so I usually we do so simple, di ba yung mga toys, lasers? You can use that. Know the point and then you can use laser. Or some people will put a small piece of ginger or garlic and tape it on that point. So yung init niya, yung heat niya goes into the nerve, stimulated it. But don't put the garlic too long kasi the skin gets burned. Huh? So laser, they say, is 3 times more effective than needles. But me, I like the needle and the electricity kasi I get double the result. The effect of the puncture and the effect of the electricity. And then you see the muscle moving, so you get also muscular massage. So ano yung mga technique? Pushing, pushing. Rub forward and backward. No? Touching, you press. Yeah. Pressing, ganyan. Rubbing, circular movements. Breaking, you use your nail, like this. Wrapping, you go like this, or here. Then laser or electrical current, you go directly to the nerve. So, kamay lang. O gusto mo pa, some people would you get a small wooden rounded end and they use that. No? Yung gustong-gusto natin na ma-massage tayo here, that's an acupuncture point. And sometimes we also have a point where there may be no acupuncture point there, pero if you touch it, the patient will say, oh yeah, that's the point. So you concentrate on that. They call it the ashi point, meaning that's the point. Ashi point. Okay. Ashi means, oh yeah, that's there. Now, how do you locate the point? So there are 2 ways of finding it. It can be by using the body's own hand, measuring what they call an inch. Yung lapad or width of the thumb is thought of as 1 inch depending on the patient. So case to case, if my thumb is wider than the patient's, then I have to take allowance for that. So 1 inch or 1 kun or 1 inch is the breadth or width of the thumb. 1.5 inch is the width of the second and third finger. And 2 inches is the first and second of the joints of the index finger. 3 inches is the width of the forefinger. So let's say there's a point below the knee which we call the stomach 36. The meridians, these are the collection of points, or acupuncture points, are based on organs. So meron tinatawag na lung meridian, no? So there's from one example is this is lung one point. This is from the lungs, no? And then it goes here, it goes here until the thumb. So if you are going to stimulate the lungs, let's say he's having a hard time breathing, you can do massage here, or maybe massage the thumb. And if you stimulate the thumb, you get more stimulation of those different points kasi marami sila going here. Or you can go directly here, just 1 or 2 points. In the martial art, that's also the point you hit so that the arm cannot be raised up. It can be used for healing and stimulating asthma and lung problem. Press mo lang siya. You can feel that. Ito yung collarbone po. Dito, isa, dalawa. Sakit siya. Very press. Yeah. So, for women, you can stimulate that to firm up the bust. The double purpose, huh? Okay. So, how long do you do that? Mga 60 seconds until relief is gotten. Minsan, masakit siya. It's painful. As you keep pressing, slowly, the pain goes away. See, again, in Chinese medicine, where there is pain, there will be something wrong. Di ba sa reflexology, ipipress nila yung paa, mga different organs are located, and then if there's pain, oh, there's something wrong with your liver, oh, there's something wrong with your kidney. And the advice nila is to walk barefoot on the grass, on the sand, para na mamassage yung lahat ng reflex points of the feet. Okay? These are example of what they call the meridian. So the bladder goes here, urinary bladder. So pagka may infection, may UTI, sumasakit to, di ba? Sa mga women, sumasakit yung balakang. Yung bladder nandito, yung pantog nandito. But you get pains here in the back. Or if a person is having heart attack, what happened? There is numbness and pain from the chest going to the little finger. Kasi ito yung heart meridian. Goes here to the heart. Same side, left and right. So there are 12 paired meridians. Ibig sabihin, mayroong liver channel, may kidney channel, may spleen channel or meridian. Merong ditong liver meridian dito, may liver meridian sa kanan, sa kaliwa. Kaya paired, 12. And 2 unpaired meridian. So bali 14. Ano yung unpaired? One is sa likod. We call it the governor channel. And the other one is the conception vessel. Yan. Wala na siyang pair kasi isa lang yung harap, isa lang yung likod. Huh? And you can play around. Like, for example, if you're having problems with the bladder, you can stimulate here. Tutulungan niya yung bladder. Okay? Or if there's problem here, you can stimulate the spine para lahat ng problema dito ma-therapy. So let's say you have a TENS machine or a PADS. Pwede mong idikit dito and idikit dito. You can stimulate every organ going down here. Or if you have pain here, you can put the pads here. Iba-block niya yung pain. So, ang signal that will be sent to the brain is this one and not the pain here. So you can suppress pain using an electrical stimulator. So marami pong organ yan. See, there's the spleen meridian, the heart meridian, and it goes to the little finger. So pwede mong i-press yung little finger, you're stimulating the heart. So yung middle finger, that's stimulating the pericardium, the covering of the heart. Yung thumb, you're stimulating the lungs. So what does that? So every day you press your fingers, you're stimulating different organs. Same thing with the feet. There's the kidney channel, there's the spleen channel, there's the stomach channel, there's the stomach channel. Dito pala sa labas na. So the toes, you stimulate the toes. Yeah. So ma-stimulate mo yung pulmo system. Kaya mayroong technique po na tinatawag na shiatsu massage. Ang shiatsu massage, pinapasadahan nila. You go through all this and push like this. Or you rub. So if you have some idea where the points are, ipapadaan 3 times for each point or for each meridians. Ito yung general points na malaman mo. Okay. Halimbawa, na-shock, hindi matay, no? Like coma. The point you treat will be 3 points. 1, 2, 3. It's either here, sa gitna, masakit, press, or yung junction with the nose and the, so 1, 2, or here. But this is a more powerful point. So wala na malayo, press. Magigising siya. It's painful. Very painful. Kasi nosebleed. Nag-English ka na nag-English. Nag-bleed ka na nosebleed. Or sinusitis, no? Or congested, you cannot breathe, no? So you press here. Yeah. Not here, the side ng nostril. Pwedeng sabay. Kung ang, if the block is only on one side, then you press on that. It's nice to press it. And pretty soon, you'll breathe better. It works immediately. So sino ang plug ang nose niya, no? One of you is plugged out, plug a nostril, you press on that, and also stop bleeding, no nosebleed. There's also a point here for nose bleeding. Yes. Yeah. See, if you at least know some of the basic emergency thing, somebody collapses, oh my God, tabi kayo, diba, it's like having your medical bag or a first aid kit here. Okay, of course you pray when you do those things, huh? Headache, dizziness, stroke. Okay, so press here sa top. Yeah, so you press on that. There are also points here in the nape. Yung paglagay mo ng hand mo, saktong-sakto siya rito. And it feels so good. As you massage the nape, you can hold with your other hand, no? So notice headache, dizziness, o headache, dizziness. O di pagsamahin mo yan, no? You have one here and one here, or you start here and then you massage the slowly, slowly. Or you can just press for maybe 15 to 20 seconds, then release gently. Biglang feeling ng patient, biglang nawala lahat ng stress. Huh?
So whenever somebody says
you press on that, it can help. But if the blood pressure is really high, there's an acupuncture point on the end of the finger, and you take a small pin and let a drop of blood come out. Or kita nyo yung ugat dito sa dila. Prick it, and 1 or 2 drops, the blood pressure will go down. Under the tongue po, there's yung mga ugat dito. Okay. So get a small pin and just maybe 1 or 2 drops. Yes, but you're in an emergency thing. Best one, press it here, or there's a point here that you press to lower the BP. Now, in terms of herbs, you get ginger and cayenne pepper. Give it every hour until the stroke is resolved. No? Ginger will open the small blood vessels, so get sa labat siguro, no? And put cayenne, and cayenne will open the bigger blood vessel. And it will prevent bleeding, bleeding. Huh? And the blood pressure will go lower. So ginger and cayenne, remember, for stroke. Huh? Okay, pain. This is called the large intestine or kasi pinis ng different organs. So this is we call it the cure-all point. They call it also the general point. Pag sinabing general point, kahit any disease, you can use this. So how do you detect it? Okay, you open your thumb like this. Look for the points here, no? Go like this, and that's where the point. That's where the point is, no? Para eksaktong-sakto, okay? So the point is right where this thing is. So you press on that, hindi masakit. Okay. So you can put a needle there or just press hard. It can help with any type of headache, kasi head and neck po yan eh. From here to here, toothache, earache, eye problem, headache, this is the point. So they call it the cure-all point. So you press toothache, earache. It also helps with tonsillitis and other things because stimulates the brain. So kaya general points po yan. So may alam na kayo, head and neck, no? Okay, now this one is for heart palpitation and heart attack. That's 3 finger from the wrist between the 2 tendon. So, tatlong daliri ng patient. So, tansyahin yung 3 finger ng pasyente. Because your fingers may be bigger than the patient or smaller than the patient's. Finger.
So those who are having cardiac arrest,
you press on that. But remember, diba? The small finger is for the heart, diba? So you press both. Preferably on the left side kasi mas malapit sa heart. Okay? So palpitation, heart attack, cardiac arrest. But again, as I said, this one is the cure-all point, head and neck. So stimulate mo na rin kasi the brain controls everything, di ba? So, kahit anong sakit, you can use that, any disease. Coma, respiratory failure, see that is the lungs, di ba? And press. Vomiting, abdominal problem. Dito sa tatlong to. Di ba talaga naman we feel when you're having pain? Kanina, I had to eat an early dinner because I was having acidity. No? So you press, you press, you press. And some people, they even tie a biter to press. See, the body knows, no? The body knows what to do. You press. Like hot compress, so you can do something. Oh, general weakness. Kasi this is the bladder point. It stimulates the kidney. And in Chinese medicine, the kidney corresponds to your overall energy and potency, no? Fertility. So, you press on that, the bladder, and also the kidney's small point right beneath the soul, no? So, nag-seizure, inatake sa puso, na-stroke, inimatay, you press on that really hard. Something hard, no? Also here. So, let's say you touch this area and there's pain, there's something wrong. Maybe kidney, maybe bladder.
Do you have any hand outs?
Ha!
Any what?
Ask them, maybe they'll give you that print out, no? Yes. You ask for that, they'll be okay. Kasi po, you might want yung for emergency thing, no? Na in a small, maybe a small a card, maybe and then just the points, and you print it out. O di para every member of the pillars will be emergency aiders, huh?
Yes.
Word na, emergency aiders. Okay. You never know, you may save a life. Okay. One time I was at the mall and this young girl was having dysmenorrhea, huh? She was like this. Yeah. And so they were talking, and she cannot leave the post because she's the one in charge. So I said, Ma'am, would you like me to help you? So I told them this point. This is called the stomach 36. This should be ST. This is forefinger below the kneecap. Ilalim ng cap. Yung cap ito, no? Forefinger below the knee, out on the side of the bone. Yeah, so here, this is used for any problem from the diaphragm down. So, low energy, body weakness, hypertension, shock fever, anything. LVM, dysmenorrhea, low back pain, from the diaphragm down. So, you already know how to treat from the head and neck, right? This one. Now, from the diaphragm down, this forefinger below the knee. So, once I took a ball pen and told her, press on that. And it worked. She was surprised, no? So, this is a powerful point. Again, this is a general point. You can use it for any problem. Notice this, general points. This point to restore consciousness, this one. Okay? To relieve pain, this one. To calm the stomach and for energy and everything, forefinger below the kneecap. Sa side ng puto. No? So, di ba? O, 1, 2, 3, tatlo na yun. Left and right, no? Lung 5 is for the lungs. So how do you detect for the lungs? When you fold the arm like this, there's this crease, no? You go hit, it's on the end of that crease. You press, that's lung 5. It's used for heart and lung, any problem from the neck to the diaphragm. Oh, full person na yung treatment mo. Huh? This is for the head and neck, here. Heart and lung, here, dito. And from diaphragm down, dito, forefinger below the knee. You treated the whole person. Diba? Then yung pericardium for the heart, yung dito, yung 3 finger here. And then spinal area. Kasi the back has all the points. Hindi, press mo yung likod. You don't need to press on the bone, sa side lang ng spine. So, example. If the person is has his back turned, you can stimulate this, pero buto yan eh. But beside the bone, there are points there. You can stimulate that point, shatsu. No? And you will treat any problem going down. Whole person na naman. Okay, so let's say high blood pressure. You have a point here sa junction ng collarbone at saka ng chest bone, no? And you also have your stomach 36 and spleen 6. Spleen 6 is also a general point. Once again, forefinger above this bone, dito. And yung point sa ibabaw. So, general point na naman yan. Isang general point here, forefinger above this bone here. And then, forefinger below the kneecap. Marami ka nang ginawa. Then, sa ilalim ng sole, yung kidney 1, no? Yung kidney 1. Marami na, no? Okay, tandaan nyo lang yung general point na 1, 2, 3, at saka yung 4, at saka dito. O makapagnagamot ka na ng kahit anong sakit, no? So, this is an example of high blood pressure. Of course, there's the area here. Okay. It doesn't matter how you press lang siya. Or you can get a small magnet and put it there. Therapy na yun. Diba? O arthritis. This is sciatica. No? Or joint pains here or here. Nandito po yan. Laging minsan naharap pa ng tao pag ganyan. No? So, dito sa kuyukot ba yung tao dito? May point sa gitna. Then, 8 finger. Alin na ganyan yung kamay. May point din po dyan. Then dito sa, ano ba, alak-alakan. May dalawang point sa dito, isa dito. So, very strong point po yan, lalo sa stroke dito sa right sa legs. On the side, may point din. When your hand is like this, sa dulo no. Pag ginayong masakit siya. By the way, these are also self-defense point. Points niya na pag tinira mo ng malakas na pwedeng mawala ng lakas ito yung parting to. Temporarily. Okay, so sometimes you use your elbow kasi malaman yan, there's a lot of fat and flesh there, so to reach that you go like this. Massage mo siya. And for us guys that are always sitting, we like someone doing a massage on our buttocks. Breathing difficulties, inaatake ng hika. Nahirapan huminga, no? See, that's the point. One finger below the collarbone and another one directly immediately. So, ganun lang. Then, parang may nakukuryente lang sa area. Then, here, on the chest. So, and then, the lung area here. Diba, sabi ko going to the thumb, or I just massage the para it will stimulate all the spinal until here. And the spinal area you stimulate kasi that helps your lungs also. You stimulate. Or you can apply hot compress there to stimulate the lungs. Lagi ka ng hand pack dyan. It will open up yung flow ng hangin, air to the lungs. So it feels, it's here. This is the collarbone, 1 inch below that. Yes, collarbone. Here, and then on the side, here. So it's good for the lungs, for cough, colds, easy fatigability, asthma, and allergies. You can stimulate that. It's very nice. Another example would be health maintenance. Let's say there's nothing wrong with you. So you can stimulate the middle point. This is the conception vessel, or the governor vessel, or the side of the spine. You stimulate that. But if you stimulate it, you press on it, something's wrong, you feel, oh, masakit yan, that's painful, then there must be an organ that is malfunctioning. So you keep pressing until the pain goes away. Okay. So these are what we call alarm points. Any tender point is an alarm point. Then of course there's general points, so stomach 36, the spleen 6. So yun lang ang pag-maintain ng health. So what do you do? And good point. So simple lang pala yun. Press lang. Okay na. Yeah, so, yeah, well, you cannot really remember everything, but okay. Any problem here? 1, 2, right? 3 here. 4 finger below the knee, no? Then here, 4 finger above the bone here. And then for the heart, the little finger, no? Tsaka three finger here, that's for the heart. So you can just press them left and right. Or for the heart, maybe just left. It will still work. Or you don't want to press, you use a laser and press it for several, hit the area for maybe several minutes. So you already do a therapy. Ano pa yung pinaka-simple point? The end of the fingers and toes. No? So you take one of those clothespin, yung sipit, damit, no? And just put it there. O, di ba? You're maintaining health na. Napaka-simple. No? Go like this, no? 10, 15 minutes, no? There, like this. Alam na kung anong ginagawa mo. Like this. So simple. Okay, and you never know it was that simple. Huh? So if you know these things, tapos you have your supplements, your enzymes, your diet is nice, there is actually no reason why you should get sick.
Yeah.
It's only when we are too lazy to do certain things. Huh? Okay. But when you do acupressure, there has to be a little bit of pain. Kasi trying to stimulate the nerve. So medyo didiinan yun ng konti. Huh? So what do? You press hard, and the patient says, "Oh, ouch, 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 ouch." So you insult the patient, and you say, "Sorry." You press, they say sorry. They say, "Oh, it's gone. The pain is gone." So that's how you do it. So any question about the topic? Very simple, diba? I-review natin ulit. Health maintenance. All the areas on the side. Maybe I need someone to come here. So,
Demo.
come here. So you know, okay. So big patient. So notice that point. So do we touch that point? Okay, it goes down here. This is the midline. There are points here that stimulates all health and also the spine. So the spine part, you turn around. So if you check the bone, this is the spine, right? Oh, you've got some problem here. Are you having pain here? No. Because it's not aligned. It's out of balance. Anyway, so you can press here, or just on the side, may groove, no? So that's where you do the points. Yeah, like this. If your finger get tired, you can go like this. Or go like this. Okay? Or you can go like this. Or shiatsu. Or so maybe at the end of the day, tell her wife, come here. You press on her back and she said, that feels good. Now it's my turn. Something like that. Now for this one, you fall in the groove here is that's the lung and heart. The point here. This is the collarbone, no? Immediately below that, that's the lung point, and then here. Can you feel the difference? Yes. So if you press real hard, you'll have a hard time lifting it. You're just trying to treat it. And then for the other points, as I said, four finger below the knee. Okay, so his fingers will be bigger than mine, see? So for me it will be 5 fingers. So you go like this, and then you make an allowance, an adjustment. This would be the point. Okay. And if I press, it's painful. Yes. So that's why in self-defense, you know the points. You don't have to be a big muscle person because the points are there. Everybody has them. You press even with a little bit of amount of pressure, they will feel pain. So at the same time, you can use it for healing. So you don't need to spend so much effort if you know the exact point. So acupressure is more powerful than doing a massage. Massage takes 1 hour. No? And very nice, very relaxing. But if you want to get fast result, you press on the exact point. Then you get improvement. Okay, thank you. Breathing difficulties, same. Kita natin. And miracle point, for sciatica, you press on that point, this is right here. And the nerves going down here is immediately relieved. Kaya miracle point. Huh? So this is the tailbone, it's about this. And yung junction here and then here. Blood pressure, again, stomach 36. Large insinua 4 should be here. Hindi na ilagay, no? And then, sa ilan ng paa. So, remember, shock, fever, intestinal problem, weakness, hypertension, liver, kidneys, everything to do from here down. This point. So, kaya tinawag ni John is anything can be helped with these points. So, mosquito lang po ang tandaan nyo. Ha? Sa elbow, sa knee, sa thumb, and the spinal areas. Oh, nagamot ka na. Say acupressure. So if you guys can print a small picture of that or drawing, or, I think they'll like it. Okay, any question about the topic or about anything? Kidney, general weaknesses, shocks, sunstroke. This I will do this, and also this one. Good quality sleep. You press, yeah. Yes. And then also the stomach 36. A smoking problem, you can do this, but the appetite point, kasi for yung weight reduction, this is where the point is, just in front of this area, no? You press on that. That's also the point we use for anti-smoking. Anti-smoking, so you press. Also the point we use for deafness, or hearing problems. At the same point. Oh, yes. The left and right, yes. Kasi, it will improve the hearing. If we would have a patient that's in a stroke, no? One arm stroke, you can do therapy in that area. But let's say there's a cement, like cast, no? And you cannot do acupuncture in that area or acupressure kasi naka-cast siya. But if you stimulate the left arm, may effective siya sa right. So you can either stimulate just one side, if that's the problem, or you can stimulate both sides and it will still work with the problem. You can stimulate the front part, let's say sa lungs, or you can use the back part, or you can stimulate both. So nice, isn't God wonderful?
Yeah.
Okay, we are fearfully and wonderfully made, the Bible says. And when we discover how wonderful God made us, we will not destroy this temple He gave us. Diba? Palpitation, heart, cardiac arrest. And notice something. You don't need drugs if you know the pills.
How do you stimulate the colon?
The colon, the stomach, 36, yes. Because you drink lots of water, fiber. If they're not really functioning that well, then you drink more water to clear it out.
My mother is the tumor marker.
Probably what I'll do if there's a problem in the colon and the CEA is high and they look in and they saw something there, if it's still going through, no, hindi pa parado, I probably put the patient on a blended diet for a while, just to help eliminate what should be eliminated. If they want to save that colon and not need to undergo surgery, more on raw vegetables and fruits, more on fibers, more on healthy things, so that the tumor will shrink. There's a diet called Hallelujah diet. Check that on the internet. Hallelujah. Yes, Hallelujah. Hallelujah diet. H. Hallelujah. It was developed by a Baptist minister named Reverend Magnus who had colon cancer. And at the age of 56, he was told he had to undergo surgery, then chemotherapy and so on. But his mom died at the age of 56 of colon cancer after doing all those things. And he felt that what killed his mom was the chemotherapy. He didn't like it. So he said, well, I don't want to do this. No? Lord, I've been serving, I've been doing these things, how come I ended up with this problem? And he thought, the Bible says, search the scriptures, for in them you shall find life. He started researching. And he realized that there may be some things in the scripture that can help guide him. He said, I don't believe God gave us this body and didn't tell us how to use it. Or he gave us a manual. So he researched. He saw Adam and Eve were on a raw food diet. No? There are certain things there he followed. He started following it and developed the Hallelujah diet and healed his colon cancer. He's now 80 plus, I think. And was able to heal other patients. So he is now placed in Tennessee called Hallelujah Acre. People will go there, stay for 3 weeks or more, come home healthy and strong. So when animals have cancer in their colon, they stop eating meat, they start eating grass until that tumor starts shrinking. So there are ways, natural ways that you can use to help with that. If the number one cause of colon cancer is constipation, and the number one cause of constipation is meat, then definitely the diet is to change. 80% of cancers and other diseases are caused by lifestyle. Change the lifestyle and you have a different equation. But if it's parado na, no, surgery. It's not a cure. It's only a temporary measure para pangkainin. But if he doesn't or she doesn't change the diet, it will get worse. So change the chemistry of the body so that the cancer doesn't want to stay. So that's how you do it. Okay, coma, no? Importante yan, no? See how simple it is. And this is a lot of things that... So that's why when we were just doing herbal therapy, we'd have patients on insulin and we're going to get them off. But later when we did acupuncture and other things, we were able to get faster results. See, that's the secret of Chinese medicine. It works almost immediately when you stimulate those points. So, now you have an emergency technique and then you have your natural things that take so long. No? You put them together, you get faster result, and for long term, you have your herbs and lifestyle to get result. See, if you treat a person, there's no immediate relief, they will leave you. But if they get relief and then you give them something for the long term, and they start doing it, then the result is long term then. You get result immediately, the herbs and the diet will support what you did. And so they come home happy. So that's the bottom line. And usually it's a cleansing. Some patients would have cleansing reactions. They feel yucky, they feel weak. I don't like my patients to have that. I want them to feel good. So we do the acupuncture to produce the endorphins so they feel good. No? Sometimes they even be hyper. So they'll be happy. And you suppress the cleansing actions. Okay, so any question po about the topic? I forgot in my car. Calling card. I know okay, and West Avenue and thank you. Every Thursday I have a clinic here in West Avenue. Every Monday and Wednesday in Olongapo and Subic, where there's a hospital with an alternative department. Also St. Luke's now an alternative department as well. They have an acupuncture and Ayurvedic department. But they're not using it for serious problems. They only use it for feel good. And it's okay, no? But it should not just be feel good. You should put things into the system that will not have any side effect. So that's what we try to do in Subic. Then every Tuesday I have a clinic in Clark for the north. Okay. We're also connected with Nurture Spa in Tagaytay, where people go there for cleansing and maybe to lower the sugar, cholesterol. That would be a little bit on the high end. Nurture Spa is the #2 wellness center in the country.
That's the one in Tarikal.
Yes, yes. #1 is San Benito Farm. #2 is Nurture Spa. We are the medical consultant for Nurture Spa, and recently the farm wants us to help them with their program to revamp it. Yung hindi na cleansing na kundi disease reversal.
Okay, the one in West Africa.
Sabi mo kayo,
I have that one also.
33. 33 was amin.
may schedule.
33. 33 was amin.
Sabi ko, i-introduce.
So may kailangan siya.
Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Pwede nang tanongin mo
See.
kung may presentation. Siguro mo gawa na lang ng isang link wherein pwede na siya
Pero ano na, i-announce na lang natin sa pagkagawa na. Kasi kung gawin natin kaya kung slide ito dapat kung gawa ng
parang pansin
limited nga na yung mga ano natin parang panay-links na naman
hindi ma'am kung ano yung propose mo diba ma'am product page
hindi dapat sa website
apo kasi ma'am dapat
punta muna sila
dapat po kasi ma'am ito sa slide na dapat rin natin ang dulo ng buhay
hindi siya
dapat record ay hindi
ano tayong boto ng kasi separate program program
ano parang di ba nasa black page siya kasi naka-archive naman po dito pwede na siyang masarili
parang yung piniplik nila ba't in-announce natin
We, as alternative doctors, we really don't like a biopsy. So when a patient has a mass or a tumor, and the normal reaction is to take a sample of that, ang first instinct namin is don't poke a hole in that thing. Kasi it may spread more, no? You may know it's cancerous, pero it can spread more. Number 2, getting a biopsy, like a needle biopsy, does not mean you will get the result. Like a tumor may have good cells and bad cells mixed in it. And if you put a needle there, you never know what you're gonna get. It can be just the good cells. So sabihin mo, it's a negative thing. Pero yung pala cancerous. Or you hit the area and then you pull the needle out and then you spread the bad cells. So we don't really like the biopsy thing. Now yun naman, excision biopsy, when you remove the bukol, good if you remove the entire thing and it doesn't go somewhere. Pero usually the process is so messy, no? That from the blood it may be spilled also. So, and I'm talking from experience. My first wife died of breast cancer. They did an excision biopsy now, and in 1 week it went to her spine, from stage 2 to stage 4 in 1 week. By the second week she was paralyzed from the waist down. In 6 months she was gone. So, and we've had other patients that did the removal of the tumor and it spread all over like crazy. So there is a urine test that will detect the presence of cancer cells in the body or the tendency to form cancer cells within a year. So it will tell you 1 year before the tumor appears, warning na siya. Some patients may have cancer in the stomach, or the ovary, but the tumor marker may still be normal. There have been cases like that. No? Yet that urine test will tell them if she has cancer, even without the tumor marker.
So, a doctor, hello.
Hello, yes. Sige po. So, si Dr. Efren Navarro is a friend of ours. His dad developed the Dr. Navarro urine test for cancer. It was actually developed by Dr. John Beard. I don't know if he's a European or American. And it was about 90% accurate. Dr. Manuel Navarro, the father of this doctor, is from UST. In 1950s, developed the urine test and made it 98% accurate. It will tell you 1 to 2 years before a tumor appears. It will tell you. So this is being used in alternative medicine. The conventional doctor really doesn't want to accept this because the only way they will accept it is when they get a biopsy or the entire thing. But in 1950s, he was famous the world over. He was known as one of the top 10 cancer specialists in the world during his time. And his patients are still alive today. Some of his patients anyway. So this is his address. Seeding Street. Seeding. 3553 Seeding Street. Art. Diba? Art Seeding Street. Morningside. In Santa Mesa. Terrace Subdivision. Santa Mesa. Santa Mesa, telephone 02-714-7442. So yung urine test po niyan, you get your first morning urine, collect about 200 cc, ilagay sa ref, hindi sa freezer, sa baba lang. Put it in a container, and of course label it with urine.
Juice.
And then you bring it the following day.
Apple
You have to put
cider.
ice around it. Para
Apple
matalasan.
cider.
You give the urine sample, give them your email because the following day they can send you the result. The test costs only 500 pesos.
Should it need not be immediately?
It need not be. Kasi 2 o'clock na madaling araw, halimbawa, it's gonna be hard to bring it. Okay. So it has to be the first morning urine.
After
Kung
12?
kulang yun, hindi pwede. So kailangan mga at least 200 cc.
Isang ganyan 200.
It's about almost, well, I think this is 250 cc if I'm not mistaken. 250 siguro to. So 200 cc mga ganito siguro. At least. Balik tayo naman na lipat na lang.
Kasi sa laboratory, ganyan lang
Anyway, there's the telephone number so you can inquire. For married people, allow 12 days before you have sexual contact para hindi maiba. No? For women. Or kung walang mens dapat. Kasi baka maiba. And if you're pregnant, probably cannot be. Kasi yung chemical that causes the urine marker is also the chemical that is found in pregnancy test. So check niyo po sa internet. Yung tatay niya po ang pangalan Dr. Manuel Navarro. So they call it the Dr. Manuel Navarro urine test for cancer. Check niyo po. You'd like the idea. No? Opo, sa internet. Manuel Navarro, Dr. Manuel Navarro. Kilala po siya the world over and Americans are sending their urine to the Philippines. Opo. Kasi may procedure na you can make the urine into powder form. Lagyan ng acetone, lagyan ng alcohol, isasalain. Tapos yung precipitate, i-air dry, and then you can send it by mail. Ang galing. So yung mga malalayong lugar, they can send their powdered urine chemical to him, and then he can test it. Yeah. So, kaya alternative eh. May alternative ka sa mga markers. No? A normal tumor marker does not rule out cancer. Maraming patient, normal ang tumor marker pero cancerous. Yeah. So, it only means na hindi pa na-reach yung level talaga. Kasi kung 8 lang po yung CEA, i-rectal exam ka lang, kung ma-constipate ka lang, pwede na market siya. Okay. So, hindi ka dapat, oh, 8, taranta ka na agad, no? Of course, it has to be washed out. No need to boil or sterilize. Kasi may certain chemical lang po silang hinahanap for that. Okay, meron pa po? Apo.
Just for maintenance, the acupuncture, ilan beses sa isang month?
Kasi if you're exercising regularly, you don't really need to have maintenance unless you have a health issue. No? And you do, the role of the acupuncture is to bring back yung balance that was lost. Now, some people do preventive maintenance. It's okay, maybe once a week or once every other month or every other week, something like that.
But we don't know that the price, a general price.
The general price. There are certain areas in Quezon City, I think, na merong mababa lang yung prices nila, like 300, 400, something like that. Well, ang reflex acupressure naman, mura lang siya. Of course, if you go to SM, siyempre, medyo high-end na siya, taas na siya. Okay?
Is there a pressure point for good eyesight? Or for
Yes,
the eyes?
yes, opo. Okay, this, drawing ko na lang po. Nakita niyo na po? Actually, ang concept ng alternative medicine sa eyes is that weak eyes natin, weak ang eyes, lazy ang eyes. So, ang sabi lang, exercise. So, there are 6 cardinal movements. You look one point, they go down here. Look one point, go down here. Nakakatamad, no? There's a book called Better Sight Without Glasses by Dr. Bates. Meron sa National Bookstore. There are certain eye exercises to help lower the grade of your eye. Of course, you also take vitamins and minerals for the eye. There's a herb for the eyes like Eye Bright with bilberry, no? That helps with eye health. But there are points on the eyes, on the eyeball. Actually, not the eyeball, the muscles of the eye. So if these are your eyes, may point po sa taas, may point sa baba, may point sa corner, may point sa corner. So it will be, there's a point here on the eyebrow, there's a point below that, there's a point on the end of the eyebrow, on the edge of the eyes, below it, sa middle, you press it, meron may konting parang kirot dyan, and then also the here. So you can press on that. And my daughter used to use olive oil and start pressing it, and the grade really went down. So, ano lang, medyo tsagaan lang po. May nabibiling eye massager, you can buy that, apply it, can help.
That's every day.
Usually every day po. Of course, you sleep early, you take some supplements to help your eye. So the grade can change, di ba? Pag puyat ka, nagbabago ang grade ng mata mo. Kapag taas ang sugar, nagbabago. Pwede kung positive naman, magbabago rin siya, mag-improve din siya. So here. So, almost every organ in the body may mga pressure point. In fact, even the ear, may pressure point ng ear sa labas, no? Even, di ba, may reflexology sa kamay. May reflex area sa eyes, yung iridology, sa feet, sa tenga, meron din. Even the male sexual and female sexual organs may acupressure point for different organs. Meron for liver, kidney, etc. So, very strong po yung mga points na yun. So, even if you don't know the exact acupuncture po, pwede mo masa-masa yung tenga. You're stimulating your different organs na. And also the hands. And also the feet. Yeah. So, magtapak-tapak ka sa bato, buhangin, you're already stimulating the reflex points. Well, it's like this. When you do a biopsy and you're thinking, is this a tumor malignant or not? If it's not malignant, it's no big deal. But if it's malignant, this has the risk of spreading. Because they don't know if this cauliflower growth like thing or polyp is a malignant thing or not. So they don't know. Only they get some. Yeah, it can go somewhere.
It's malinda.
Okay lang po kung hindi malignant. Tanggalin yan. Alisin mo na. No big deal. If it's the, that would be the word, a reason. Kasi look, you've heard of so many people who undergone surgery. Were they cured? The surgery is either to know what it is, and two, kasi that's the bahay daw yun eh, the house daw eh, so remove it. Pero that's not a cure. You remove the mass, it doesn't, you change what caused the mass in the first place. Change the chemistry of the body. Why did the person get a tumor? Hindi mo yun yung condition niya. Kasi you remove it, you did not change the condition, it will keep coming back. So, in alternative medicine, we change the chemistry of the patient. Ayun po.
Na-mention niya kasi yung chinelas na may...
Pwede siguro. Masakit siya, yung sakit-sakit niya.
Tapos may klase-klase.
Yung umpisa niya, yes, yeah. That first, if your feet are sensitive, nagsusugat siya. Then later, masasanay na siya. When I will use that, I feel my back straightening up. Kasi I've had a slouch since I was a kid. Pag nagsugat ito, I noticed na i-straighten yung likod ko. So there must be something good in there. Kailan mo sakit kasi.
Matigas din. So, bilhin mo na sa Chinese.
Hanap tong malambot-lambot.
Pero bakit wala siya?
Lagi nang ginagawa.
O ba kaya natidiretso kasi masakit siya. Okay po. Ito po. Ano ba po? Nana? Okay, may God bless us all po.
Alright, Dr. Dizon. Maraming salamat po for the very valuable teachings. Yung mga teachings mo na ganyan, kailangan practice makes perfect. So pagdating sa bahay, pag-practicean, yes. And ito pong lecture ni Dr. Dizon, the diagrams and all, we'll make it available on the website. Siguro po mga after Holy Week na, kasi Holy Week next week. So that you go to our website, ha? Please visit our website kasi marami pong information and updates doon. We have already posted several videos. The past 4 rooms of Dr. Dizon, Dr. Antonio, Dr. Bugayo, and then of course in the near future, ito po we will upload it. Okay, and more mga announcements are also on the website. So visit the website for the constant updates, and also our Facebook. Please like us on Facebook, Like and Sign po. Just go Like and Sign. And then Pillars 5 din po, may page kami. Lang po, i-search nyo na lang Pillars 5 or Like and Sign. And then like and follow para pumasok sa inyong wall every time we load something. Opo, ngayon lang ba kayo naka-attend? No po. No, of course, ano po siya eh. He constantly comes and speaks in our forum. So, God willing, another forum in the near future with Dr. You will know about it. And everybody naman po has registered, on the... Kasi po, we'd like to inform you that come April 16, there's a special event happening in Pillars 5 because we will be soft launching a new product. Wow! And this new product po is a medicinal tea. It has therapeutic effects. Okay? Hindi to basta supplement, it's a drug. Better than antibiotics and all of that. And yet you can also make good business kasi po, people can use it for maintenance. So there can be a daily consumption of it. Okay, now yung event po na yun is RSVP. So we will also be serving refreshments. That's why we would like ahead to know if you are attending or not. So rest assured, we will contact you. April 16 po ito. We have the special speaker. That is a special forum because the speaker will be coming from Serbia. And he will be the one to talk more about uva tea. That is uva tea. Uva. Alright, so that's it for tonight. Any more announcements? Wala na. Okay. Opo, ay, Yes, that's why on April 16, you have to come kasi we'll be announcing special promos.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Ngayon po hindi April 16. Yun lang. Okay, thank you for coming and we hope to see you, time and again in the office.